When it comes to speaking in American English, it can be very, very easy to fall back on systems that come from our first language. One of those systems is what are we doing with our lips? In fact, what we find is that if we use some of the lip positions from our first language, it becomes easier to also use other aspects from our first language that may be giving us an accent, including things like placement, things like our breath control. And these are elements that we want to have complete control over in American English. So today we're going to talk about some alternative lip positions that may help you to achieve a more natural sound when you speak in American English. Good morning, guys. Good evening. Good afternoon. Welcome to your daily American English pronunciation show. Wake up, American. We are here Monday through Friday, typically at a time between 7 and 8 a.m. to make sure that you can get into your 5 to 10 minutes of American English pronunciation practice for today. In the guiding this process, there is me. Hello, my name is Jeff. Rise of breath. It's one of the 4 keys to a natural sound in American English pronunciation. And again, we're talking today about what are we doing with our lips? What we not want to do with our lips? So we're going to be looking at some consonant sounds that are traditionally taught to require the use of your lips, and we're going to be talking about some alternatives that again may help you achieve a more natural sound here. Just take a moment to read these little phrases to yourself, okay, and try to identify the places where identify what your lips are doing. Okay, so read these to yourself. Ask yourself, what are your lips doing as you're saying these sentences? Okay, the first sentence again, the ham is in the fridge, the lab is open Tuesdays, there's apple, is there apple in this? And I bought 3 yesterday. And when I said it right there, you may have been like, Jeff, you just press your lips together. Fine. Just not to say that pressing your lips together is wrong. However, it can be wrong if what you find is that it causes your placement to rise towards your lips and if it also blocks off a lot of breath. The other thing too is that yes, it's possible to pronounce these with your lips touching, but it's also equally possible to pronounce these without your lips touching, and that's what we're here for, to talk about alternatives. So let's look at our first one. So we have the ending part is in the fridge, so we're especially interested in this word ham. Okay, and if you close your lips, you may get a sound like ham. Mm-mm-mm. But the thing is that you may also instead get a sound where it's more like mm-mm-mm. Do you hear a difference between an mm-mm-mm and an mm-mm-mm? Do you hear that difference? Okay. So one has a high placement, like mm-mm-mm, and one has a low placement, mm-mm-mm. Okay, so just kind of watching out for that because American English in general is going to want that lower one. Believe dice ciao a tutti. What's up, Believe? Thanks for stopping by. Um, So if you find that your placement is changing on that M sound, well, let's try to not let that happen. Okay, so instead of saying the ham is, what if we said instead, not allowing our lips to touch, the ham is in the fridge, the ham's in the fridge, the ham's in the fridge. Okay, so notice there, not getting the ham is. Do you hear a difference? Ham is. Okay, um, a lot more air moving. It also helps kind of smooth things out, because your consonants are going to oftentimes chop up your breath. So we're trying to avoid that. I appreciate the kind words from Believe saying the best English YouTube channel in the world. And all kinds of different world emojis. I appreciate that. Believe says we don't deserve these free lessons. I mean, hey, there's ways you can contribute to, but yeah, we're here to also help you out. Not everyone's in a position to do so. Um, So notice again, ham is versus ham is. Okay, the ham is in the fridge. The ham is in the fridge. The ham is in the fridge. Okay, just listen to see if you can hear a difference. I'm gonna say it twice. The ham is in the fridge. The ham is in the fridge. Which one do you think is a little smoother? Let's look at the second one. So in this case, we're gonna be focusing especially on lab and open a little bit. So you could pronounce this with your lips closing. The lab is open on Tuesdays. Okay, but there's an alternative. The lab is open on Tuesdays. The lab is open on Tuesdays. So instead of saying the lab is open, the lab is open. The lab is open. The lab is open. The lab is open on Tuesdays. 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 Okay. Um, I think what you're going to find when the lips don't touch, you get these reductions a lot more. I think this more closely mirrors what you're going to hear when native speakers are talking casually. They're reducing things, things are flowing. Don't let your lips get in the way. How about our third one here? We have this is there, and then we get apple in this. But if you're finding that those P's, maybe linking with that L sound, is really raising your placement and blocking your breath, like pull, apple, apple, apple. Not the sound we're going for, a little strong there. So let's say apple, more owl, owl. Is there apple in this? Is there apple in this? Excuse me, is there apple in this? Is there apple in this? I'm allergic. Okay. Is there apple? Is there apple in this? Is there apple in this? Okay. One of the things you're going to see is that we're not so much we're not so worried about consonant sounds. We're worried about the vowels around it. So when we say the word apple, it's not really about the P sound. It's really more about that A and that ol sound. And our goal as speakers is we're just trying to give our listener as close to the sounds that their brain is expecting as possible. As long as we do that, as long as we're close enough, we're good. Because our listener is going to understand it. You know, like, can I have a slice of apple pie? Can I have a slice of apple pie? I'm not saying can I have a slice of apple pie. I'm saying apple pie, apple pie. But in the context, my listener is going to hear apple, and they're probably not even going to notice. Um, this is how people talk. This is how reductions work. Because if you listen to native speakers using reductions, you'll be like, that didn't make any sense. There were no words in that, but their listener understood because the sounds were close enough. So we don't need to be perfect. We just need to be close enough. And in fact, close enough is probably a better goal than perfect. Because if you sound perfect, you're going to sound like a robot, or it's going to really chop up your speech. Okay, is there owl? Is there owl on this? Is there owl on this? It's like, is there owl? Is there owl on this? Is there owl on this? Is there owl on this? Okay. Um, J. Kumar's here. I feel like my tongue hits teeth and hard palate when speaking. That can be a problem. It sounds to me, if this is happening to you, it sounds to me like your consonant sounds are very heavy, and your vowel sounds aren't being given enough space. If that's happening to you. So I would experiment. We have videos talking about like the straight lip challenge, just trying to say things kind of like what I'm doing right now, which is like really straight lips. Okay. Um, because it forces you to have concentration on your placement and your breath. The other thing I would say too is that try having the tip of your tongue down against your bottom front tooth as much as possible. So I'll put it like this. Everything I'm saying right now is with the tip of my tongue down against the bottom of my mouth. It's never touching up here. My tongue is not touching my alveolar ridge or my top tooth right now at all. Okay. So just to know, it sounds like you're making your consonant sounds a little too heavy. Um, I bought 3 yesterday. So let's look at this last one with bought. And by the way, all of these sentences, if you're trying to practice to see if you're doing these right, one disadvantage of the streams is I can't hear you. But if you want to actually get some feedback from me, well, then something I would say is that, hey, maybe you want to check out. We have a pronunciation group on Telegram. It looks a little bit like this, where you can see on the left people send in audio files, and I give corrections. So if you want to get feedback from me to know if you're doing this right, do you have a natural placement? Is your breath good? Are you sounding as natural as possible when you're saying words or phrases in American English? And you want feedback from me every single day. That's what the Telegram group is for. You go to fluentamerican.com/Telegram to join. So that way you're not just practicing on the stream, but you actually are getting feedback for your practice. Okay. But let's look at our last one here. I bought 3 yesterday. I bought 3 yesterday. So instead of saying I bought 3, I bought 3. Okay. You can see how that really makes the aw sound pop. I bought, I bought, I bought. That's very heavy. Let's try to soften that by not having our lips touch on the B. I bought 3 yesterday. I bought 3 yesterday. I bought 3 yesterday. So instead, I bought 3 yesterday. I bought 3 yesterday. I bought 3 yesterday. I bought 3 yesterday. Okay, can you, like, I bought 3. 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 Okay. Um, things I would be practicing a little bit. Okay. So again, not saying that pressing your lips together on these sounds is wrong. Just saying that, hey, maybe this is an alternative that's going to help you get a more natural sound, help you lower your placement, and help with your breath and airflow. Guys, I do need to run, but hey, thanks for hanging with me. There's a million pronunciation resources out there, so the fact that you are here, sending some pronunciation on the channel is greatly appreciated. Once more, my name is Jeff. Rhymes with breath. It's one of the 4 keys to a natural sound, including placement, pitch, breath. Trying to weaken consonant sound, strengthen your vowels. I will see you all later. Hope you have a good day. Have a good night and a good afternoon. Take care, guys.